Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the 101 Digital Podcast. I'm Craig Meyer, the CEO of 101 Digital, and I've got an awesome guest here today, Kaylin Risvold, the president and CEO of the Naperville Area Chamber of Commerce. And they actually just won the Illinois Chamber of the Year. So wanted to bring her on today to talk about community, a lot of kind of things that they do in the community. We're trying to get more involved in the community, and they've actually been a big part of why we've gotten more involved in the community. So really wanted to kind of now turn it over to you to kind of just give a little explanation of, who you guys are as the Naperville Area Chamber of Commerce, who you are, and, what you guys do.
Sure. So we are the Naperville Area Chamber of Commerce. We have more than 1,100 members. That's businesses who join our chamber for a myriad of different reasons. One thing people can find interesting is we're not bound by the borders of Naperville. So we are Naperville area. 45% of our members don't have a Naperville address. We have members from 61 other cities in Illinois and 7 other states. And people say, why would that happen? Well, I'm really fortunate that we have a wonderful organization that works to really support your business. And that's our job. Our job is to be a part of your business's success story. So some people are looking for leads or professional development or personal development, or everyone comes to the chamber looking for something a little bit different. And we're really lucky that by having the breadth and depth of the membership we have, we're able to connect those members to each other and to the community to help them succeed. I'm lucky. I have 12 incredible women who help run the chamber day in and day out, and they are the biggest advocates for our members, for our business community, and together we work to help you succeed and help you achieve your dreams.
Awesome. Yeah. And the biggest thing, too, is, we joined the chamber a year ago, and it's been extremely beneficial not only to 101 Digital just as a whole. Like you said, Kaylin, a lot of people maybe kind of think that, you're going to come in, you're going to pass out some business cards, and, you're going to secure business, right? But that was not our intention coming into it. Maybe when I was younger, I thought maybe that's how it would go. But really, for us, it was, getting our name out there, being a part of the community, and, just growing our network, right? So we both actually have lived here now for 30 years now, 30 plus years. And, as I feel like get older and have families now, it's like we want to be more part of the community, right? So the chamber for us specifically has like really helped facilitate that because, we didn't really know like even where to start, right? So as like an example, I went to one of the YPN events at, is it Loaves and Fishes? Mm-hmm. And just hearing about some of these nonprofits and like what we could potentially do to help, right? It sounds kind of interesting that you would have to kind of almost go out of your way to just, see what is happening in the community to like be able to participate. But, it has been extremely beneficial. So, can you talk through some of those, community things that are kind of like yearly that, other people can kind of get involved with?
Sure. A lot of what we're doing is also looking to remove barriers. You mentioned you wanted to get involved with the community and you didn't know how. I hear that so often. I'm talking to people who are business leaders and want to raise their hand. They want to get involved and give back to the community, and they don't know how. And so I love to help connect those people with each other and help make connections and build relationships. Some people, you mentioned this as well, may think the chamber is just a place where you hand out a business card and you have a drink and you leave and it's all this transactional. We don't want to be transactional. We want to be transformational. We want to be the start of your relationships and catalyst to continued growth. And that is by sometimes creating those environments like you're talking about where people can come with like-minded interests. We have 12 different committees, 9 different teams. We have a lot of different smaller groups within the chamber that can help take a big experience and break it down so we can start to kind of get through to help find your passion. So for example, every April, we work to help set businesses up with not-for-profits. So every April, I believe it's the third week of April, is National Volunteer Week. And being somebody who can help encourage businesses to give back to their community, we want them to volunteer. So what we'll do is, it's this great event we have every year called solemn oath to volunteer. We have it at Solemn Oath Brewery, and our not-for-profits come and have an expo table, and we encourage our business members and members of our larger community to come and learn and speak with some of these not-for-profits. The Chamber has more than 111 not-for-profits alone, and some people don't know, like, oh, the Alzheimer's Association, that's a name I know. I didn't know they had an office here in Lisle, and they can come to my business here in Warrenville and do a presentation for free for my employees. So we're helping connect people to the community in a various different ways. And it's about more than just that connection, right? So if there's 111 not-for-profits, not all of them resonate with you, and that's okay. But one hopefully does. And so we want to connect you with your passion and help grow both of you together. And I think that just is who the Chamber is. We are more than transactional. We are fully transformational of people who want to make a difference and can make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think the other thing I'd like to just touch on there from, my perspective of originally joining the Chamber, right? I would typically consider myself someone who, is, I guess, not as easy to kind of just go up to people and talk to them, right? So in the Chamber, the first thing that, I personally did was, joined one of the actual teams, right? I feel like that was extremely beneficial because once you're in a team, you've got a group of people that you're regularly meeting with, and then you're also going to other Chamber events with them, right? So they then introduce you to other people. So I think that's just a huge benefit of like how you guys have structured it. And again, for someone like myself, it really just helped, I feel like, fully immerse us into the Chamber, very quickly. Because again, typically I probably wouldn't have been that person that would just start going and talking to everyone, right? I feel like you're more of the social butterfly where it's like you're going to actually go talk to all those people. But for me, I would be, I guess, more typically reserved. And now having those type of channels, whether it's you introducing me to someone or, other people within the Chamber, it just really helps facilitate that. And again, even from, different type of community, right? You've got the community of like your local community here. We've got now like the Chamber community, business community, and being able to just talk with all those people is extremely beneficial. And then even the business development side, like I'd actually, when we joined the Chamber, didn't realize that was like a thing that you guys did. So some of the things that I've gone to are, trying to figure out HR and not burning out people and how to hire properly. So can you just talk really quick to, some of those other types of things that you guys are doing? Because again, I find that extremely beneficial. And I feel like it's something that a lot of businesses can like truly benefit from and maybe just don't even know about it.
Absolutely. And that's actually been a really big initiative of ours over the last 3 years, is really doubling down on the amount of professional development offerings we have and communicating that properly to everyone. At my previous position, I've been at the Chamber for about 4 years now. My previous position, I kept asking for further professional development. Like, hey, I'm a manager. I think I'm good. Could we, take a class or have some sort of professional development? And it just wasn't in the budget at the time. And there's some other aspects there that happened. And when I came to the Chamber, I thought, hey, if I was in this previous position saying, I want more professional development, how can the Chamber partner to help small, medium-sized, and even large-sized businesses offer that? We have the Leadership Institute where you go through your DISC profile, your communication styles. There's so many different professional development opportunities we offer because I do want people to see us as part of their benefit package to their employees. When your business is a Chamber member, all of your employees have access to all of the same benefits. So if your employees are saying, hey, we really want to be trained on teamwork or goal setting, strategic planning, rather than you having to find somebody and then bring them in and set it up, I've already vetted the speakers. I vetted the program. Come to the Chamber's programs and take advantage of what we have and what we can offer. That's something we're doing even coming up. We're working with the Naperville Police Department to do a luncheon on workplace violence, active threat. Something that a lot of businesses are interested in, want to do, but don't necessarily know the first steps to go through and do it. So again, let me remove those barriers. You and your employees come here, and then you can follow up further. Same thing, we're doing a CPR, first aid, AED, mental health, stop the bleed training. I believe people should be CPR trained, and something that we did way back in the day in high school, honestly, but how often do people who aren't in the medical field or schools and working with children, are they getting CPR trained? It's something that people want for their employees, but it's on the list, right? So now I'm making it the top of your list because I have a date, I have a time, and I want to remove barriers so that you can help invest in your employees. I was at a presentation. We have a DEI, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and a CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. They had this wonderful panel talking about why DEI and CSR are important for businesses. They said, hey, it's more than just, doing the right thing. It's future-proofing, it's your succession planning, and there's a bottom line to it. For every dollar, and I don't know where they got this source, but I loved this statistic. For every dollar you invest in your employees, you get $4.05 back in productivity. And I found that to be really interesting. So whether that's through professional development, different training, or leads groups, let me help you on that journey.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think one of the big things that you mentioned there was, a lot of businesses, us included, don't really know how to actually put these programs together, right? I feel like the best example that I can use is that we, outsource some of our HR, some of our accounting, right? I feel like in a way, the chamber is almost kind of like outsourcing our business development in a way, right? Because again, we don't know who to reach out to for speakers and what are even good topics to have. And I feel like that's kind of facilitated by you. So.
Absolutely. And that's something we really are looking to continue to build is, hey, come to our business development breakfast. It's 1 hour once a month, and you're going to get 2 kind of mini TED Talk type presentations on action items of something your employees can do. They can come back and tell the rest of the staff, and really working to do that. You mentioned the warm introduction you got as you go once you meet 1 or 2 people within the chamber. They're so excited. We have just the best members, and they are so excited to meet new people and to help make relationships and make connections. So once you meet someone, they will be your ambassador and take you around and introduce you. But someone gave me this trick once, and I really liked it, and I will share it. If you are going to an event where you don't know anybody, or you've never been, or you don't know what to expect, be the first person to show up. Because if you're the first person to show up, everyone has to circle around you as they come in. Versus if you show up late because you're nervous or you might not know people, you're trying to break into people's circles, and it actually creates more of a barrier.
It's interesting. I feel like I usually show up early just because I don't want to be late to anything. So I guess that just kind of works for me generally. So
I had never thought about it that way. I was like, that's really true.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the other thing with that too is, building up, your staff, right? Like, again, from either a business development perspective or, again, like another benefit that like we've seen the chamber for. And again, like we talked about this already, but, the whole sales aspect, a lot of people see it as like, I'm in here for sales. But again, I feel like if you treat it as just truly a network building, you can even see where I've been referred to people for even my own personal things now, right? Like I now have someone that does my insurance that's in the chamber. You're going to get all sorts of different contacts, but you could also use it as potential for hiring, right? Like a lot of people in the chamber know people that potentially need jobs or, work somewhere and they're unhappy, so it's like there's all sorts of different types of avenues that you can kind of go with the chamber. And, all of it, I feel like, is going to help the community, right? It's like you're just building stronger individuals that are going to just help the community in general, whether they're helping because they're at the businesses, they're volunteering because they're now local in the community. So, yeah, it just creates a really good environment.
Thank you. I'm really proud of our membership, the staff, and what we're doing to create that and facilitate that. One misconception we often have at the chamber is there's no value if you can't give me your time. If you can't show up to events, then I'm not getting value out of the chamber membership. And that's not true. There's so many different ways people get involved, even if you are busy and you don't have the time to come to some of our events. Again, you can send employees to events. There's different things you can do, but we have a full-time government affairs staffer. So we are in Naperville City Council, DuPage County Board, Springfield, DC. We are advocating for your business on things you may know about and you may not. There are many different aspects of what we can do to elevate and celebrate your business through marketing that we do and different pieces. So I don't want people to think it's only about the events. There are many different ways that we look to create those relationships. But at the end of the day, I'm in the relationship business. I'm in the connection business, and I am a cheerleader for you, and I'm excited to continue to do that.
Awesome. Yeah, I think the last thing I probably want to go over, since we are a IT-based company, can't let you out of here without asking an IT-related question. So again, all of this kind of about community, right? So kind of just want to go through like how you guys have used IT, whether it's different systems, just how you guys work. I know you guys are fully remote. You have kind of this hybrid environment as well. Can you just go over some of the things that that you guys are utilizing and how it's benefited you guys? Because really quick on that, one of our newer customers actually saw Kaylin and how she was working, being able to access files anywhere, right? Didn't have to connect to a VPN, didn't have to do all these things that a lot of businesses do today that, seem like you got to jump through all these hoops and it's just complicated, right? It doesn't have to be. So she saw that and was like, we need to do that. And so we actually are in the process of helping them. So, but yeah, how do you guys kind of utilize IT technology, and how do you see that kind of helping you, spread what you guys are doing, the message, and just like that community aspect?
Yeah, I think that's definitely one thing that helps set us apart is our embrace of full technology. So we had a very large office space, and during the pandemic, we were able to right size. And we have this great 60-person conference room full with wonderful technology. So it's a hybrid conference room with Microsoft Teams integrated and a camera system and speakers and microphones. And that's been wonderful for us through the pandemic of able to host hybrid meetings where people still feel included, and then to also do recordings. We can use that equipment to record. It's really nice equipment. And that's where we've decided to put most of our space, right? And so we are a hybrid staff. The staff doesn't have an individual setup at the office. We have kind of two places of hoteling suites, so to say, where staff can plug in to a dual monitor with their laptop. But we encourage people to either work from home or go out, meet members at their businesses, or take them to lunch at a member business and support the members in different ways. But the ability for all of our staff to pick up and go anywhere, anytime has been a game changer. It's not even that I can use my laptop at home and I don't have to VPN in. We use a wonderful cloud-based system. But if something happened to my laptop and I'm gone, I can log on to the laptop at the library and still get the files that I need, the access that I need. So I think the ability to find what we need to support you when you need it in a timely manner has been fantastic. It makes it easier for us to communicate, and it makes it great for the staff to not be bound by a large, desktop computer anymore.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like you said, being able to do what you guys do is extremely important, and to be able to use technology instead of it kind of being a deterrent to what you guys are doing, it's actually enabling you guys.
Oh, it's been wonderful. We moved recently to, we used to keep time for some of our hourly employees on paper.
Okay.
And then we moved to an Excel form that was hand done, hand figured out each week. And then we would have to manually do all these changes. And we were just able to work together with our payroll system so that you entered the hours into the payroll system and it goes through an approval process. But that simple change took a while because change is always hard, right? But the simple change of having everything in one system, easy to find, removing the manual pieces, it's just taking bit by bit, those little paper cut changes, right, turn into a huge difference of people's time. We are more efficient, and then we're not just busy with activity, we're able to be productive. And I'm really grateful for many modes of technology we use that allows us to use our time wisely, because just as we are stewards of your money as a member, we're stewards of our time because that's your time. Of everything we're doing should be reflective of supporting our members.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest thing, right? Again, using the technology so that you're not stuck with tasks that you shouldn't be focusing on, right? You're able to focus on building the chamber and all those relationships.
And then it's great to be able to model it for other businesses, right? To have other ones like the one you were mentioning come in and said, hey, I noticed your laptop died, so then you just pulled up the files on your iPad. How did you do that? And be able to explain that and help show other businesses how they can use systems and products and programs and technology to be more efficient.
Yeah. And I feel like even that is, being a part of the community, right? It's like, there's a lot of, even this podcast itself, right? Like we're going to be utilizing this to put a lot of information out to small businesses, medium businesses to, understand that technology doesn't have to be complex. And obviously you guys have seen that and seen the benefits of that as well.
Oh, it's been wonderful. And you mentioned community. And I also want to say our chamber members, we have 1,100. They're great and they're wonderful. One thing we've also been intentional about is all of our programs, there's chamber member pricing. You get a discount for being a chamber member, but then we have community member pricing. Anybody can come to any one of our programs because it's not just our job to take care of the chamber members or the business community. It's our job to have an impact on the larger community. And if I have any say and influence in doing that, that's what I want us to do, is I want us to be known for making a difference. And if the Naperville Area Chamber of Commerce wasn't around tomorrow, it would be a missing hole and it would be felt here in Naperville and beyond.
Definitely. Well, I'm extremely excited to see what you do over the next couple of years and probably surpass that, right? So really appreciate you coming on the podcast today, and everyone tune in for the next one. Thank you.